Alright, I'm going to run Partycrashers Normal and Hard. I just wanted to, before I did that, was going to look for some items in the auction house. I had this nice item drop in, I forget where, but for diplomacy. It's called, let's see, Gracious. So I don't know what the prefix is called for, but I think the suffix is still Intimidate. And Lucid 3, Intimidate 9. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And then let's see what bluffing is. If there's any bluff items. There's a necklace. Let me, that might be, it's only +5. Let me see what else I could find. Let me start with clothing. Let me stick it to 8 because I was looking kind of at items for next level. Didn't really find anything good for next level. But let's see if we could find what the prefix is for, let's see, Alluring 3. I could just use a potion for charisma, so I'm not too worried about that. I've got a heroism potion as well. And I can put my good luck trinket on. Let's see. Hasty. Daunting is Intimidate. Okay, we've got an Intimidate 9 now. Don't need that. Favorable. No. Let's see. Burglar. That sounds like it might have open lock and shield bashing. That's interesting. Lucky Helm. So that might be the best we could find. I don't want to go up to these crazy prices. Let me check jewelry and see if they've got anything that's looks like it might be sacred necklace. What is that? Interesting. Deflectings, I think. Yeah. Sabotaging. Maybe that's secret deception. Okay. Yeah, and it's so really nothing. So let's see how much that bluff item was. I don't want to spend too much on it, but we're kind of flush with cash now. 98,000. I was over 100,000 at one point. So grab these. Bluff 5 isn't the best, but it's also probably our best skill. We actually put ranks to it for the first couple levels, so we get +5 from that. And so kind of the hope here is, let me kind of set this up. Let me put these down here. This is Angel Tears from my daily dice, nothing too exciting. I think I had one of those earlier, and same thing I'm going to do here. I really don't want to keep it in my bank, so I'm just going to stick it here and use it whenever I get the first chance. All right, so for diplomacy, we've got a belt. So I'm just going to stick that there. And we have a necklace for bluffing. All right, don't know how long I had this on mute, but this is basically Partycrashers, and in prep I'm bought a few items from the auction house. There's a lot of social skills in Partycrashers. I don't really have I don't have a bad charisma, but I don't really have anything invested in diplomacy and bluff. And I have a little bit invested or diplomacy and intimidate rather. I have a little bit invested in bluff. So what I'm hoping is a combination of a heroism potion, my good luck trinket, and my human skill boost, and these items will be enough to pass the skill test. And that makes the quest a lot easier if I could do that. And And since I'm not ranged, I'll have one, I need to run this quest, but I'm going to run Partycrashers first.
The air in the Illusionarium is different than outside, as if you were transported into
I'm
the
not really
deep
great at
jungles
range,
of
so I'm going to
Zendikar.
just...
As with anything built by House Fiarlan, it is difficult to tell what is real and what is illusion.
I'm just going to attack these guys. Whoa. Guess I should get my hireling out.
With a mark's enchantment shattered,
Doesn't take much
the
DPS
illusions
on normal.
around you dissipate. The way
Get my
deeper
hireling out. I
into
don't
the
think it's
Illusionarium is open.
got a level 7 to level 8. Don't think I'll really need it, but
The air suddenly shifts from tropical heat to bitter cold. It is as if you were teleported leagues away, rather than just having walked a few feet.
once you kill these marks, then all the other enemies just disappear. So I just focus on the marks. A lot of kind of neat collectibles in here.
These arches have signal crystals attached on top. Are they simply decorative? With House Fiarlan, one can't tell. Though you can see the rest of Stormreach through the skylights above, the light from outside does not reach this room. The only illumination comes from phosphorescent mushrooms.
Mark's kind of hidden in the middle of these mushrooms here. Keep my hire in here. Alright, so there's a trap in here, but we pretty much got rid of the trap. Let's see. There's the mark. Let me, when I shoot that,
The mark of shadow
bunch should
created
show up.
copies of itself.
Now they all look the same, and
must
so
be
you have to
illusions.
find the one that
Only
is
destroying
there.
the real one will
I'm just
end
gonna,
this
if I
death
swap
trap.
my cloak and my trinket, I get true seeing, and then I should be able to find the one that's the real mark. It should be yellow. You can see it. There it is. So now I can just shoot that one.
That must have been the real mark. The illusionary ones have
And-
disappeared, as well as the barrier into the next chamber.
We'll use true seeing later, but that's pretty cool to be able to have true seeing with level 5 gear.
Unlike the previous room, this place feels like that scorpion completely enveloped the mark of shadow. You will need to destroy it in order to get at the mark. The destruction of this make-believe scorpion has also extinguished the mark of shadow. The illusionary barrier is gone.
I wonder if I've been trying to keep jump potions, but I wonder if I have one. That's one thing you should bring to this quest as a jump potion or a jump clicky. And I'm hoping my heroism will be enough. We'll see. And my strength. And I think I have 5 ranks to it, so hopefully that'll be enough to get us over the top there. Yep, no jumping potions. I think we could kill this guy. He's gonna knock us down, but I think we could just kill him. It used to be he was so hard to kill that you would have to.
The marks of shadow around this chamber are restoring the illusionary
You would have
giant's
to.
health.
All right, this guy's gonna chain me, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to. My will save's not that good. I'm surprised I'm making. Well, I guess it's only normal. That's probably why. I was gonna say my will save's really pretty bad. No, maybe it's not. Actually, it shouldn't be that bad. No, 18. That's actually pretty good for this level. It's my worst, but it's definitely not that bad. All right, a bunch of stuff's gonna come and attack me. I'm gonna try to just get it before it gets here. Oop, there, one shot it. We're going to use the same approach on Elite, or on rather Hard and Reaper that we use on Normal, but it will just be a lot, a lot tougher. Everything will take longer to go down. I don't know what kind of damage reduction this has, but it's got some kind of damage reduction. If you approach it, there's traps, so that's why I'm kind of avoiding just doing this. Alright, and then this one. Same thing, a bunch of things are going to come in. Let me see if I could boost my range power here a little bit. And there we go.
You've run through the gauntlet of House Fialan's
how
Illusionarium.
I'm
But you
one-shotting
still
that.
need to enter the chapter house and stop the Maleficent Cabal's attack.
Always in search. In fact, I should probably be checking the auction house for a better bow. Which level is this? I mean, it's level 6. It's not too bad, but we could probably get something better. The Keen's nice because I think those criticals are about the only big numbers I ever see.
The Fialan chapter house must have been closed as a precaution during the Grand Gala. The ballroom is on the far side of the chapter house, and it seems rather unlikely that House Fialan... Next to the security gates, a large dragon mark of shadow is embedded into the wall. If it were to activate, you would not be able to destroy it, as you did with the marks in the Illusionarium. The Chapter House Theater normally hosts stage plays for Fialan's elite patrons. It looks like its shows are on hold during the Grand Gala.
Alright, I'm going to get right up on this ledge. It's the highest point. And I'm going to switch to this because I get good luck +1. I lose my heroism, so I'm going to... let me drag, for this quest anyways, drag my charisma and my heroism to the hotbar. So I'm going to take my heroism, use my human skill versatility, and hope this is enough to get a good jump. Yep, got it. So it's good to bring jump potions here, being strength-based, jumps based on the strength skill. And I think we may have had a few ranks to it as a rogue because we had so many points. So currently my jump skill is, even with 15, pretty good, enough for this jump apparently. So with the right skills, of course, the jumping there, true seeing, which is why not the only reason, but one of the reasons why we ran for that cloak,
like
because
the ones
it
in
just
the
makes this
Illusionarium.
quest easier.
They probably won't attack you. Hopefully.
Although I think my search is probably good enough for part of this, but true seeing is certainly helpful. All right, so if you don't feather fall, if you jump down here, a bunch of guards activate. But if you, I'm going to keep this guy up here for now. But if you like sort of feather fall in this doorway, you can avoid activating the guards. Go right to the door. And then
You finally reach the House Fiarlan Grand Gala. Now,
sign
to
in.
find the guest list and add Cyan's name.
All right, so here's where True Seeing comes in play. If you put this and this on, now there's two places it comes into play here. The first is this guy.
The party guest here seems like a harmless old
True
elf,
Seeing.
but that facade does not fool you. You easily see through to the malicious tiefling underneath.
Take this, and then these guys, you could diplomacy and they won't fight. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to find that diplomacy belt I had. And success. So these guys walk away.
The party guest here seems like a harmless old elf.
I could use
but
bluff
that
or
facade
True
does
Seeing.
not fool you.
So I'll use
You
True
easily
Seeing.
see through to the malicious tiefling underneath. The party guest here seems
so
like
now
a
we can
harmless
put
old
bluff.
elf,
So let's get
but
this
that
back on.
facade does not fool you.
Or bluffing.
You easily see through to the malicious tiefling underneath.
So we drag these guys kind of the way that this works is if you do all these skill
No
checks,
one is using the library
you
at
could
the
avoid a
moment.
lot of fighting in
House
the end.
Fiarlan elves
Fight.
must appreciate their
It's kind of
parties
cool
more than a good
just
book.
watching the end part of it. All right, so I'm going to switch back to my normal stuff here.
With the Spellmaster's death, anyone under his
Nice.
evil mental
This-
control has been set free.
Chest. And if you did none of these skill checks, you'd have to fight those guards, that guy, and a couple other people. We're gonna a bunch of tieflings and a couple other people we're gonna talk to. So we put True Seeing on. Now we just have to walk around to to the people serving drinks and figure out which one is the spy. And that's True Seeing allows us to see that.
One of the drink servers looks like an elf, but you see through her
All
disguise
right, so we've still
to
got
the
all of
glowing
our.
red eyes of her true tiefling
Do we
form.
now? Yeah, we still got our stuff going. So I'm gonna try to bluff. Success. And so she's going to go to the same room and fight us there because we bluffed her into coming in. So I think the only place you really need diplomacy is those guards. If you don't use diplomacy, I think if you use bluff, actually I'm not sure, but I think diplomacy is the best option. I don't remember what happens if you use bluff. They might be in the end fight.
Ligris's death was much cleaner than the one she had planned for her victims. Cyan should be able to find an antidote for any poison the party guests have already imbibed.
So we took care of the drink server that was had the poison. We took care of the tiefling that had the guards under a spell, and now we just have to go to this back room here and clear it. Technically, we only have to fight one tiefling, but there's a chest with named items. We're gonna go ahead and just clear the whole back room. So it's locked. So I'm not gonna use any skill check here and just see how it goes. Succeeded. We may have to use skill boosts and items on Reaper, but it's good to know it succeeds here.
The guard here looks like an elf, but
so
his
we can
disguise
bluff
cannot
him,
hide his
or
aura
we can
of
use
evil.
true seeing. So
He
I'm
is
gonna
a
go ahead
tiefling.
and use the bluff option. So I'm gonna do this. Put on my, so that's my bluff item, and then I'm gonna renew my potions. And success. If you fail at the bluff, I think this bluff is a little higher than some of the other skill checks. But if for some reason we fail at that bluff, you could just use true seeing and fight him. But it's a little bit tougher of a fight because all the guards come out in one shot. So the epic version of this quest attack that used to be used, and I'm sure it would still work, is you could just true seeing, drag that guy out to the hallway, and then the other guards would not spot you and notice you, and then just fight the one guy. I'm sure that would work. That would still work. But there's a chest, and you can't get. If you do that, you can't get the chest. So basically, you have to find this secret doorway, and then you just clear one room at a time.
Poised to strike at the ball.
And I'm not sure what the exact skill check requirement is, but if you use human versatility skill boost, you use your good luck +1, you use your heroism potion, your eagle splendor potion, and your
the guard is
item,
still waiting at the restroom.
There's no way you're going to fail.
If you keep your distance.
Like I never have, and I don't have any tomes or on this character. I don't have any skill tomes, stat tomes, anything. Just those things I mentioned, and I have no problem at all. I'll have no problem at all doing this. You just fight this last guy, and I think that chest should show up then.
These tieflings must have been poised to attack the Fiarlan Gala. Cyan will want to know that you've eliminated this threat.
Well, I guess not. I thought a chest, I know on Epic it shows up there. I guess there's no chest there on, maybe it's because it's normal. I don't know. But anyhow, we won't have to fight these guys at the end fight. So that's it. So now all we have to do is talk to Cyan. She's a little bit on the slow side to get to the end, but basically you talk to her. She's down here by the shrines in front of this guy. And you tell her, yes, I've taken care of everything, and then you go to the end fight. Now the end fight, because we did all these optional skill checks and such, is not really an end fight. It's just sort of watch the show, because it's kind of actually amusing. It's one of the more creative quests in this game, the way that they did this end fight. If you don't pass all the skill checks, if there's even one of those tieflings that is left, then you have to have an end fight, with at least the people that are left. You can watch the conversation here. It's kind of amusing. So that is Partycrashers. Most of these chains I'm just doing the whole chain, but I wanted to show you that one to kind of show you how you can prep for some of the social skills. It's obviously on normal. It's not absolutely necessary. It's just not that difficult. This end fight is pretty easy. But when you get to Reaper, it's just kind of nice to avoid. You get way more than 10 kills before here, so it's kind of nice to just have an easy quest on Reaper. So yeah, I think you could probably do without Intimidate, it looks like, but Bluff, Bluff for sure, and Diplomacy, and Opening the Lock, of course, and True Sing, which is basically your mantle plus your voice. So that's Partycrashers. I'm going to run the rest of the chain on normal so I can get the end reward, and I'll do the whole hard chain in one shot, as opposed to separating out Partycrashers. Keep seeing Deadly 3. I'm really waiting for a Deadly 4 or 5 glove and some kind of necklace with more hit points than what we have, but nothing so far. That's okay. I'll just grab something that looks like it might sell. This might be the thing.